So that means y'all need to listen to men more, right?
You generalizing at this point.
Jump down on me.
I'm very straight to the point, and you got to be willing to lose whatever they putting on the table. Like, I'm not gonna compromise whatever because I know I could get it myself.
Exactly.
And you mean to tell me if your ex-mama told you she wanted to hit, you wasn't going? She was bad?
Nah, my ex-mama, nah.
Oh, okay.
My
She must
ex-mama,
not
nah.
have been
Hell
bad.
nah. She was a granddaddy.
I let him have that one. Couldn't really say nothing about that.
Yeah, so what's good? Y'all know what time that G says I am in the building. We is outside another episode of Faxtz Podcast. Y'all know what it is. Cha-cha, how you feeling? How we doing?
You know, I just want to address our last post, right? Because you posted that up there. It's your fault.
Oh, tell me you slept with folk mom and dad?
Yes, but I do just want to say it take a lot of effort to make up a lie like that. And you mean to tell me if your ex-mama told you she wanted to hit, you wasn't going? You got to think about it.
I can't even remember my ex.
If she was bad?
Nah, my ex-mama, nah.
Oh, okay.
My
She must
ex-mama,
not
nah.
have been
Hell
bad.
nah. She was a granddaddy.
Okay.
Oh, my bad, y'all.
I let him have that one. Couldn't really say nothing about that.
Yeah, so the comments have been crazy, though.
Yeah,
you know.
and it's your fault. I told you we was going to keep that a secret. I'm tired of telling that story.
Okay, but it was funny. I was watching the episode and that shit popped up. I said, I'm gonna drop it tonight. And it just went viral.
Yes, it did.
Y'all know what's going on. We got special guests in the building. Deal, how we doing?
I'm good. How you
Everything
doing?
good?
Everything is good. How
Yeah,
you doing?
how you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, how you mental?
My mental is chill.
Mentally chill.
That's a nice question. People don't ask that these days.
Yeah, they don't.
You know, chivalry is dead.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking, though.
Yeah. For real. We're gonna get into all that. All that. But yeah, so entertainment business, right? Mm-hmm. What you want out of it?
What I want out of it? Yeah. I want to bring the entertainment business to like my country. You know what I mean? Like the industry and entertainment isn't like a reality where I'm from.
For those who don't know, your country is
the Bahamas.
Okay.
So I want to be the first Bahamian to, take it international and take it big and take it to superstardom.
Okay.
And really bring that reality down to where I'm from so the kids could know, I could do that too.
Exactly.
I could be in this business because it really don't exist in the Bahamas.
At all.
Yeah, we got artists and we got people doing filming and stuff, but understanding the industry and having that education and just awareness and stuff, it ain't a reality because nobody ever see, the intangible. You never see somebody really make it
Exactly.
for real. So
if you don't see it, it's hard to chase it. It's hard to even believe it possible.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I want to be the first to really take it there.
So let's go straight to that then. I was gonna go somewhere else, but let's go straight to that first. So your upbringing. Both parents? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Both parents.
In Bahamas?
In Bahamas.
Okay, what were they like?
Bahamas is small. It was nice. You got the nice weather and stuff like that. I grew up, I went to public school for primary school.
Okay.
Got a scholarship. Then I went to private school for high school.
Okay.
But growing up in the Bahamas is an island life. You know what I mean? It's small. I grew up in church.
Yeah.
Very, very close to church. That's a big thing back home. You got to go to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You was in the choir?
Yeah, it's in the choir, everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because a lot of people don't know, like, life over there is the same as, what's the similarities of over here?
I think the similarities would be people listen to a lot of the same music y'all listen to.
Okay.
Also, like in the Bahamas, we close to Miami. So the influence, like just fashion wise too, there's an influence like from the States over there. The roads, the setup,
Yeah.
completely different.
Completely different.
Completely
I
different.
believe it.
I don't think it ain't much similarities, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
It ain't much.
Yeah.
No.
So with you and your parents, both of them living in the same household?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how was that like having dad at home?
I honestly think it was a blessing for me because a lot of people that I know that didn't have their dad at home, they waved in different directions. I grew up like super close to my dad. So my dad, he was from the street, so he had changed his life like after I was born and stuff, and he used to help like a lot of people from the street. So
Okay.
I grew up with a heavy like street influence and male influence. I used to be like around my dad and my uncles and stuff like that. So for me, I have more of like a male influence on my life than I would say female. My mommy was there, but I was attached to my daddy.
Attached to that.
Yeah.
Do you think that like helped you once you got in the industry? Because some people can come in so naive, so being able to look at it from a male's perspective.
That helped me a lot in life, period. Because I have, my dad he's a hustler.
Yeah.
So I work a job. Because of that, I only work a job 4 months in my life. Like, I've been hustling my whole life. He taught me construction, so I was able to open businesses. I got a construction company. And just being able to handle fields that dominated by men, it always been something that I was involved in.
Okay.
So he really put me on to a lot of stuff when I was young.
Yeah.
And that keep me, it keep me motivated and it keep me pushing and it helped me realize, like, the possibilities that I could get.
Right.
So, yeah, having my daddy is a big. If I didn't have my daddy, I wouldn't be where he is right now.
Let me
I
ask
wouldn't
you
be
that.
sitting here.
Let me ask you that. How much stuff he would put you on when you were younger you didn't get? But when you got older, you were like, okay.
A lot of stuff. Yeah. A lot of stuff. If I was listening, I probably would have stayed in a lot of trouble. But no, I used to get mixed because he would tell me stories and how he hustled. He thinking like, he just telling me stories. I take everything he teach me and go.
You said, hold on, I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
Exactly. One of them sound good.
No, but true. But he was never like that type to say like, be too hard. He'd let me make my mistakes and then, be there if I really need him, like type of thing. So.
Different when you don't grow up with that in your house.
Yeah.
You just be outside like, okay, you know what I'm finna do next, what I'm gonna get into next.
That's why I asked that a lot too, cause like it's crazy, cause certain men prey on that. You know what I mean? Gotta keep it always G with you. You know what I mean? Like when they know that ain't the situation, they go in for the kill. You know what I mean? That jitter. So
I mean, I have my time, honestly, like. Even though I grew up with a daddy, I have my time where men prey on me. Because, you got vulnerable situations that happen to you in life that they ain't just got to do with your parents or your father figure and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So I've had my fair share of men preying on me. But the thing is, like, my daddy just don't play that. So
yeah,
once he find out,
with you having it's like you had an alpha as a dad, right?
Alpha man.
Alpha.
It was
So
hard for you to date with an alpha dad?
No, my daddy really let me do my thing because I always been an honest, open person. I always been like a pure-hearted person. So my daddy, like, he'll tell me right from wrong.
Yeah.
But he would let me, feel my way through and this, that, and the third. But I never used to hide it. I never felt like I had to hide nothing from my daddy because we always had a relationship where we talk.
Exactly.
So even if I messing with a dude or whatever, like, you drop me home, turn the music down, come to the door. My daddy might not like it, but he could tell me afterwards, like, watch out for this,
Exactly.
and then he'll always make sure I
He gonna
protect
give you the
it
game.
and stuff. Yeah, he put me on a lot of games.
He
So
gonna give you the game. It's
you
on
can't
you
whoop
to,
me with me, like, for real.
yeah. It's on you to fall for whatever you fall for. You chose it. You get you never been tricked. You chose it because you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a difference, right? Because I remember growing up in Miami, you had and that's the first time I stayed with my dad when I was 16. I had just met him. And I wasn't listening. It was like, you can't tell me nothing. I've been out here for 16 years and I've been making it. So, like, what can you say until you experiencing that? And it's like the first person I thought was new to the hood. He show up in this Benz, the music loud as hell. We driving crazy in the middle of the street. And my dad pulls me to the side. He like, stay away from that nigga. 2 weeks later, I was shot at walking down the street because I didn't want to be with him no more.
No.
So if I only listened, I could have saved my ass that trip.
So that means y'all need to listen to men more, right?
You know what? Ain't nobody
Your
said all
daddy.
that.
Nobody said you generalizing at this point.
Take it out your father.
Jump down on me.
It gotta make sense.
You can't listen to every man.
Yeah.
Because men
You
have
right.
you out here riding and dying and dying and dying. You done
He
rode
ain't
so
never
much you
won.
ain't got no wheels.
You riding on rims. It like that.
Riding on the exit.
Yeah, still went out 3 times. Every time you feel that bitch, ain't nothing in there.
Exactly. So how you avoid, like in this business, right? How you avoid men who want to work, but they really trying to holler at you?
Okay, so let me show you, right?
Okay.
I got this art when I was young. But my daddy always teach me, I bro people really quick. Like, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I'll bros on you. I'll bros on you. But at the same time, it's like, man, when they trying to come at you or they trying to holler at you, right? They trying to come onto you. They coming onto you from the angle of lust. Yeah. But if you could show a man that you are asset as far as bringing food to the table, they look at you completely different no matter how pretty you are. So I always learn to always make myself a business asset. Like, we can make some money together. So you can decide how you're going to move with me. Yeah. You either can try this and lose the possibility of making the money we could make if you really was rocking with me.
Exactly.
Or we can make some money. And that's what I put on the table when it comes to any man. Like, even if I don't even have to have a boyfriend. I just don't be into that. If I'm in a working environment, and the thing is, as a female, I feel like that's really important. And I work in a lot of male-dominated, like, men in construction. I have men employees. So it's like, you got to be very direct. I'm very straight to the point, and you got to be willing to lose whatever they putting on the table. Like, I'm not going to compromise whatever, because I know I could get it myself.
Exactly.
So
that's the thing right there, the sacrifice, the taking the L part. That's the hardest part.
I good with that.
Yeah.
Because one thing with Engab, like, I grew up around men, so I know how the conversations go.
Exactly.
I be around men, like, I know how that goes. So they talking to me about this, that, and one thing I always wanted, like, growing up, I never wanted to have myself in such a compromising position where it's like men could feel a comfortability in having certain conversations about me. Like, no, you could respect me, or you could go. You know what I mean? You can't be around me.
I ain't even gonna lie. I appreciate you saying that so much. Like, because a lot of times, like, you hear the total opposite from women. You know what I mean? Like, you hear I ain't walking away from this for that.
I mean, a prime example of that would have to be Suki. The interview that Suki did where YK Osiris, I believe he kissed her or something like that. And that was a boundary for her. So she went on the media explaining how she was uncomfortable. She needed an apology. She needed this. But she stayed for the interview where they continued to sexually harass her. So it was like, you won't take it from this person because nobody likes that person. But you're going to take it from them because it's a possibility for a lot of you.
You can win.
At what point do you stand up and leave? Because if it wasn't okay for YK, it shouldn't have been okay for the other nigga.
Yeah, for real. That's it.
But she kind of put herself in that position.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You choose your poison.
Okay.
How you feel about that? Like,
I think I'm gonna make a general statement on it because I don't really know the situation, but I just feel like men, when you understand men, like, men, you can't give them mixed signals.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta stand on what you say because men move solely off logic and respect.
Exactly.
So if
what the first words you said?
Logic. So if you're doing one thing and you doing the next, they could feel like a man automatically could be like, oh well, if I go this angle, like it. You see what I'm saying? So if niggas can I say that?
Yeah.
Shoot.
We number one.
2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We number one show in Atlanta. You can say whatever you want to say.
If niggas understand, like, you see what I'm saying? No matter what way they come, they got to come because men gotta be trained. You gotta show men how to handle you.
Yeah.
So you can't, like, you know what I mean? So I can't really speak on that, but I would say, like, being in that type of situation, just any female, like, that's kind of just hearing it generally.
I feel like when it comes to Suki's situation, because I do adult work, it's like I think about it.
That's a new term. Just checking.
She cleaned it up.
I ain't heard that one.
You trying to get a little bit of professionalism, and niggas.
Y'all come on.
We passed it for 2 minutes. We can get back to us.
Porn, more saying. You like that?
Cool.
You like that?
What we doing today? That's what we doing? We passed it for 2 minutes.
I'm done with you. So when I think about the Suki situation, because I do that same type work, it's like you got to think about it before you walk in the building, right? Set your grounds before you walk in, because they're going to try you based off what you do. It doesn't matter how you put yourself in a room, because you have that, because they can access that, they can pay for that, that $10, that $20, whatever it is, that's how they value you. So you have to value yourself 3 times more when you walk in a room like that, because if I was to go into an interview and I told you, don't touch me, don't kiss me, don't ask me this, and you do that, after the first one, I'm leaving. because I can't sit around and let you do it 2-3 more times, then you're comfortable.
Yeah. Because then now it's my fault.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Now it's accountability. A conversation about accountability.
Oh,
You
boy.
know what I'm
We
saying?
ain't
You can't
get
be the
to
victim. You did it to yourself.
You ever been accountable for anything?
Oh, here
Oh,
you
I'm
go.
very accountable.
Here
You
you
are?
go.
I'm very accountable
She
because
not.
when I never used to be accountable
Okay.
before, but after I learned
Yeah.
as time go by, you know what I mean? Like when I look back at my relationships and stuff like that, I try to look at, okay, what is it that you allowed that caused a person to get to a certain level? So I think that's where I grow, like, you know, a certain level of discipline with telling people like, okay, you doing this. If you can't go with what I say, it's,
Exactly.
yeah.
When you were refusing the accountability thing, what was the mindset? Like
Where you going with this?
men want to know why I won't say you fucked up.
Oh, I think it's
Like, what's the
because
mindset?
I
Like-
think honestly, sometimes it be like, it depend on really, like, this might be a little toxic, but this told me, right?
Everybody talks.
Psychologically, right? If a
Psychologically.
man trip over you more than you trip over him, you don't really got to take accountability. But that's not healthy for self.
What did I say that again?
If a man is more trip over you than you are over him, accountability isn't really 100% necessary.
Why not?
I think I'm just saying psychologically. Self-wise it is. For the betterment of the relationship it is.
It is.
But I think that women, when they know that a man is
A gopher.
like crazy over you.
A gopher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Gopher, that's a Bahamian word. Stop it. Where you pull that up from?
You know, I'm worldwide, man.
Okay. Okay.
We like that.
Okay.
Shit, we for real like that.
Yeah, like if a man, you see what I'm saying? If a woman is in that mindset where it's like, you know what, like, yeah, they could find a way to twist it and you know, get blinded by anger and then all of a sudden it's your fault. But I don't know why I used to do it. It just, you know,
It felt cool to do it.
it just no. No, I had to grow
I'll
and
say
learn.
it's beneficial. It's very good for your pockets if you know what you're doing.
Okay, talk to me.
Because I had a nigga like that.
Shoot, put me on, cause I just learning how to rate niggas when they pocket. I ain't lie.
I'm gonna start off like this. We only knew
Don't teach
each
her that.
other. We only knew each other for
My
a month.
sister.
For the end of the show,
No,
y'all.
you will not. This one for the girls, because everybody want to be a 304, but I don't see nobody doing it right. So look,
Put it down.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I'm horrible at it.
I'm putting it to you like this. If you're gonna put yourself in that predicament or in that field, know what you're doing. Because you could be a hoe and you could be a dumbass hoe. You can let a lot of shit slide. You could be a $40 hoe. You can't do nothing
And
with
we don't
$40.
want to be that. No.
No.
You can't do nothing with $40 in this
No,
economy. You
yeah.
want to be a $1,000 hoe.
What wrong with being
You want
$40?
to be
Yeah.
a $2,000
Yeah.
What's the pros and
Knock
cons?
me out.
What's the pros and cons for being a $40 hoe?
Hey, you lost your mind. What you doing with $40?
A cheap way?
A lot of niggas need the $40
You
hoe.
get a cheap
You can't even get a cheap real talk. I can't even get you no Amazon wig. So I don't know.
cartons of eggs in this economy
Hey, look.
with $40.
In this
And
economy,
I like 42 inches, baby. 'Cause
Hello?
you gotta come with that money.
he got to come on in. But it's a lot. Come on, of course it's not me. But it's a lot of niggas out here who need that $40 action.
Look, I'm playing to you like this. Like I was saying. In 4 months,
So what they get? They'll get
I
that.
was able to get $10,000.
Man, stop. Give me the
off
blueprint.
one individual. One.
Here, engineer.
No. It did.
Nah.
I'm trying to see what.
computers.
He trying to
Do I
figure
know
out
who
what
he
it
is?
You don't know him. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
I get my good people in the suburbs.
Nah.
Terry, you know?
Hell no.
Gosh, no.
Hell no.
You funny.
I do my business by myself.
Somebody know this nigga.
That's another tribe, dude.
She cuffed him.
That's
No.
another tribe.
No, I ain't cuff him. And I think it's the funniest thing because it's like you said, when somebody is chasing you for so long, they feel like after a while they get mad. But my shit was always like, you can tell when a woman is interested in you and really interested in you. You know, she coming over, she scratching your back when y'all lay up, she making you dinner, the bitch will go down, rub your feet, suck your dick
Yeah.
for a whole hour while we watching TV,
Ow.
all types of shit.
I know.
You can tell when a bitch really like you.
You can tell somebody like you.
tell.
You can tell.
But if the
You rub
only-
feet?
Rub feet?
Yeah.
I've never rubbed feet. I ain't gonna lie.
You ain't never liked nobody for real then.
I like my people to rub my feet.
Yes.
You get
I'm a
it's a swap out.
Princess to the island.
It's a swap out though, right?
Feet rub.
Feet world.
I gotta really like you. Like I take off my daddy socks and shoes since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done that, so I gotta really.
The feet
I don't
gotta
know.
look a certain way. What the feet look crazy? What the feet look crazy?
It
But
ain't
you
got
love the
nothing to do
nigga.
with that.
You could always hype a man up. It ain't got nothing to do with the foot. It really got to do with how yakking and what he pulling in.
Exactly.
Okay.
If that nigga, it doesn't
What if
matter.
he broke his head but he a good man?
He
That's
what?
the point.
He broke his head but he
You
a
know how
good
many
man.
people love them
You're
a broke
rabbit
good
feet.
man? You know how many women love them a broke good man?
See, broke by money or broke by mentality?
Broke by money and
Money.
broke by
No.
mentality.
See, money don't matter. Mentality?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. A man could be down today and up tomorrow because of how the way he think.
Mm-hmm.
And when you combine your resources with that man with whatever position he in,
Yeah.
you can make 10 times more. So
Facts.
it don't matter. Honestly,
Fact.
for me, it don't matter because I know as a woman, you bring ideas to the table, we running it up. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So a man could be in a predicament. You never know because I done been up and been down to zero about 6
Exactly.
times in my life.
Exactly.
But a mentality, you can't, because you could have a nigga that up, and when he get down, he don't know how to get up, and that's the worst.
Then the worst.
You appeal that nigga for all his money.
Exactly.
And when the time comes for him to get that money back, he can't get
He
it back because he
done.
probably get it off a whim or get it off of some crookedness or whatever. But a real nigga, ooh,
Yeah.
you can't replace that.
Exactly. And these niggas like to. No, we ain't gonna do that. But so you'll do 50-50.
I'll go 50-50.
Okay. Okay.
I'll go 50-50 because at the end of the day, it's like, it ain't that I insist on it,
Yeah.
but I don't have a problem doing it because I like to make money. Why am I going to drain this man for everything he have and he can't invest in his business, he can't multiply, and we can't have longevity? I'm not like a small minded person. I want my kids to be good.
Exactly.
You know.
When this shit last generations,
Yeah, that ain't love. I feel like when you draining a man, that ain't love.
that ain't love.
I mean, eventually, when he got nothing, then you sitting there like you broke ass nigga. You ain't shit. You
Yeah.
never did nothing.
Yeah.
All
You
that
gonna say the
shit coming
same
at
shit.
the same
But then it's just
exact
Exactly.
like the kettle calling the pot black because you sitting there taking from him. So what that make you, honey?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then a lot of times they got people around them who lie to them and don't tell them that. Like, that's a real conversation. You know what I mean?
How so? Explain it.
Like, okay. They got, a lot of times they have friends or whoever sit around them and don't tell them what you just said.
Right.
They know that's the answer, but they won't say it. 'Cause they,
Oh no, see, I real.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like that.
you
About
gotta
me.
have real people around you.
Yeah, I can tell you like it is. You like it, you don't like it. Too bad. You know what I mean?
You lose friends.
I lose a lot of friends like that, but
Oh,
I'm
damn
okay.
right. Yeah.
Because when you left with an understanding of, you know what I mean? And life can turn around and show you that, okay, what you heard, you're going to always have that because once you keep it real with a person, like, if they can't appreciate that, then they got some growing to do.
A lot of, cause you don't need 1,000 friends to be who you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of people think that though. T Grizzly. What did he say?
Mm-hmm.
That's fact. Because everybody for that for their own.
You can't be loyal to everybody.
Yeah.
That's a true statement. Now, see, I want to get in on the good shit because, see, I'm a Baddies watcher. Like, I
Okay.
watch that
Let me
shit
light my joint.
every Sunday. And girl,
Yeah, we
do
gonna
I
get her a
got some
lighter.
shit for you. I don't know
What
what
the
I
lighter
want to
say,
start.
Al?
I got to get prepped.
Yeah, go on get her right. Let her
I'm gonna let her light her blunt.
Terry
you know
like
what
he
I'm saying?
blunt. Everybody
That's
like
right,
their blunt.
Terry.
They blunt
Let
like
me get
time.
that too, because I'm gonna need
We
it.
call it a joint in the Bahamas. Light your joint.
Thank you, Mr. Sir. We gotta give her a minute, because the way I'm coming in.
Yeah. You got to let me pull it.
Coming
Let
in
it hit.
hot. I'm ready for it. And it's Sunday, you know what I'm saying? So Sunday is the day of Baddies.
What's the bad
Just a
day?
little here, a little there, you know. I was watching the season again last night, skimming through it for my favorite parts to pull out my good old questions out the bag.
All right. Let's do
Okay.
it.
But you up on Baddies, right?
Mm-hmm.
You caught up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
We're going to talk about her season. You can't talk about bitches that ain't in the room.
Yeah, I try and talk about them.
Yeah.
So we're going to get in on her season. So we're going to talk about what we were referring to when you got here. like coming to America for the first time, and Baddies was your first time coming to America, correct?
No, it was my first time being amongst Americans.
Okay.
Like, I used to come to America for my businesses and stuff, and drive around, do what I do, go back, but not really say like live or be around Americans in such close quarters. Like
Understood.
That,
How was it being in that line? How long did you stand in that line?
15 hours.
15 hours. What type of shoes?
Heels. Pink heels. There was some nice little shark looking boots.
I couldn't stand for 15 hours in heels.
Girl, I was serious.
But you got in. So that's the important part. How did you feel when you finally got in? Was there like a process you had to go through, some backflips, some hoops?
Okay, so you stand on the line or whatever. Once you get on the line, you come to enter the building. Well, you're really on the outside for most of the time. And then you get to the front entrance. You get into the building. Security, they got like all of the metal detectors. Boom, boom, boom. Empty out your bags. Then you go inside. Then you go from one room. You sit in another room for like a long period of time.
And then you go jury duty.
Yeah, it's serious. I ain't gonna lie, it's serious. You go to another room for a long period of time. And then from that room, you go to like preliminary. And then you go to the finals if you make it there. And then you leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know for like the first set of girls, it was like Tasiki, Anna, Biggie, Scotty.
Yeah.
And like Mariah Lynn and them. Do you feel like they gave you a fair chance at shooting your shot?
Oh, you mean when I first auditioned? I mean, yeah, but at first, like, I really went in with a line of girls, and some girl had said something dumb, and everybody was like, next, and I was like, no, I just started rapping.
Okay.
If all else fails, just do what I know how to do. So I just started rapping. I was like, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to fly all the way from the Bahamas. Then I got my ticket. I think, I can't remember who gave me my ticket, but I got my ticket. And then they tried to do the same thing in the next room. When I went to Natalie them room, and they did the same thing, and I was like, nope. I ain't fly all the way from the Bahamas for this and this. She was like, who fly from the Bahamas? And then Spice this, I started rapping. And they gave my ticket. They gave my ticket, they gave me $5,000, and that was me. Yeah.
At least you got $5,000 for standing on your feet for 15 hours, because shit.
That's not a bad deal.
Nah,
it's something better than nothing.
Especially when you first get to America.
You so loud. That was so xenophobic.
It was?
Yes, I learned that after people started bullying me online.
For real? What the fuck? Hold on. What the fuck is xenophobia?
Xenophobia, learned this word recently because I was calling people racist when they was making fun of my accent. So it's like, no, it's xenophobia. Apparently, xenophobia is making fun of, I guess, people like, people's accents and differences.
For real?
Yeah.
What? I was just saying because you got here, you got a check. That's all I was saying.
Oh.
Should be getting checked out
From
here.
that perspective.
To America, the land of the free.
They got a check. I know niggas that been here for 40 years, they got a check.
It was a great.
I know niggas that been here for 100 years, they got $10.
I can lie.
This is where I think I'm gonna get a little spicy, right?
Okay.
So you first walked into the baddie house, big bright smile, ready to turn up and party with these girls, no idea what's going on. And then comes Gretchen and says, nigga. Why did that upset you so bad? And why did it upset you so much that when everybody was whooping her ass, you started whooping her ass? I need to know.
I got this new song out called Nobody. It just dropped on like all platforms 2 days ago. It's such a good song.
Oh, so that's a pass?
Go and check it out. I'm going to tell you why it's a pass. Because I fuck with Gretchen. You know what I mean? If I answer that, the blog's going to take it. They could try wrap me up in some bullshit. And I ain't interested in getting back on the show. So they can use it as something to tie me to a storyline. But I fuck Gretchen, and we talked after. And, after speaking to her and understanding what was, like, where her mindset was at, you know what I mean? we had a good talk, and she you know, we good.
Good.
We good. So
Yeah,
I don't want to answer that just because if I bring that back up, you know what I mean? We didn't talk about it. I too real for that. I can't sit here, you know.
So I'm gonna tell you where I was going with that, right?
Okay.
Because
Where you were going?
like I said, I'm Dominican, Puerto Rican, Bahamian, and I'm Haitian. I'm from Miami.
And you Russian.
I ain't no doggone Russian. So I have a lot of friends who are like white skinned, but they're Hispanic. Their fathers are black or their mother is half black. So in some way, shape, or form, they're always comfortable saying nigga. And it's so comfortable because, like I said, I grew up around so many different people. It didn't really bother me because I didn't see racism as serious when I was down in Miami. It's so many different colorful people. All united. We got Bahamians, we got Haitians, we got fucking Mexicans, we got Cubans. Everybody's a different color. Everybody's saying what they want to say. You don't see racism as big. So when I get to Atlanta, this is the first time I ever experienced racism. Being called.
Oh, yeah, it's serious down here.
Right. So I'm like, I've never thought of it to be as serious until you move to somewhere where it's very serious. And I have one of my dear friends to this day who she's white, but she say it, and it's to the point where I be like, I'm not gonna hit her. I'm not gonna get mad at her because that's her tone, and that's how she talked way before I knew her. Now, what
No. What you say you're not gonna hit her?
Why would I hit her?
What she be saying?
It's like
She be saying nigga.
Right, for saying nigga.
A white girl? Hell nah.
She not white.
She can come around my sister.
She not white.
Yeah.
She is not white.
Exactly.
No, she said white.
They white skinned it, but they
Who
are
is they?
Puerto Rican.
Oh, you said
or
Puerto
they're
Ricans. I ain't hear all that.
Hispanic.
I ain't hear all that.
Right.
All
so
I heard was she's white.
white skin
all I
to
heard.
fool. We talk
Okay.
about the color of your skin.
Puerto Rican, okay.
But I never
They
let
light skinned niggas.
I never let that word get me out of my composure. It was never enough for me to get up and react. Like, if it said to me in a Walmart, I'm not finna get up and hit you with the cart because it's not offending me. It's not enough for me to attack you.
I ain't gonna lie. If a white boy, call me a nigga,
But on what
him and
side?
everybody he knows gonna have to leave Georgia.
Leave Georgia is
Yeah,
crazy.
they gonna have to leave Georgia.
But think about it like this, Seth.
They call you nigga rude at the restaurant. You fucking nigger.
Okay.
And then they walk out. Fucking y'all. Like,
I see it like this. I see it like this.
Say gonna eat up with some whole other shit.
And sometimes I look at it like this because it's really about anger, right? And anger is an easy emotion. Sometimes a lot of people can get you there so fast. And it's really power, right? Because being able to piss you off is good enough for the next individual because that person may just be able to walk off and you can't do nothing to them. You can't reach them. They holding you back. You looking like the monster because nobody sees what's done. They only see your reaction.
Okay.
Nobody seen when she called you a nigga. Nobody seen when he called you a nigga. Only see when you come and attack them for saying nigga. Now that's what's on record. That's what's being recorded.
Oh, we don't care about
where
we don't care about being recorded. If a nigga go that far with me, I got lawyer money. If a nigga go that far with me, just know I got lawyer money.
And I used to always say
I get out of jail for a lot of shit without
I hit a
snitching.
bitch for saying nigga. Always. Until it really happened to me and I was in the middle of Walmart and it was an old lady and her husband. I was finna swing that cart into the back of and I said, you know what? Let me walk out this Walmart.
I might be wrong. I might not be mature.
I think sometimes, just like he was saying, as far as like the spectrum concern for real, it's like you say, cultures and certain stuff. It's like, how do I put it? Intention is a big thing. You know what I mean? Intention of the heart really is a big thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like curse words. Like back in the day, like I studied Chinese language, so I learned a lot about, the originality of language and da-da-da-da. So I learned that when I was studying Mandarin. And certain words that was curse words back then are not curse words now. So what is a curse? You get what I'm saying? As far as we're dealing with a dictionary at this point. So what is a curse? Curse is based on the intention of the heart. So I think as far as like that word is concerned as well, like when you look at the spectrum of things, it's like you know, depending on the culture of the person, sometimes it could be very misunderstood.
Yeah. Misunderstood. Okay.
Because that's how I felt.
I don't
about
believe that, but I would for,
No,
That's how I
no,
felt.
for conversation purposes.
no.
I feel like when certain people say it, they know what the fuck they doing.
No, some people know because even
Nigga
when
know
I
they doing.
like coming to
If a
Atlanta, I learned that some people really be like, yeah.
It's like me. If I say certain words, I know what the fuck I'm doing to a different race or a different. I'm not oblivious to what the fuck is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't not know what the fuck. Come on, y'all. I'm not 5 years old. I don't not know what the fuck is going on.
Mm-hmm.
So if I say certain shit to you, I know I said that to you. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, you talking, but just like having that knowledge in the back of the mind.
Like, cause the
I
nigga's
see
not
what you're
retarded.
saying.
That's where there's
Like,
circumstance,
you grown,
right?
You,
'Cause if
you
you
45 years old. You know the hell you saying?
But if you if you was to watch that one clip where she did end up saying nigga, in my opinion, she wasn't calling anyone a nigga. She was using that word out of anger and frustration.
I wasn't talking about
And
that.
instead of people or the girls in the house understanding, everybody went straight to violence. Now, would I have bitter?
I could just tell
Make
you
it
right
clear. I
quick.
wasn't talking about that. I was just talking about white
Editing
people
is a
saying nigga.
serious thing. I'm gonna plug that there.
Yes, I believe that.
Editing is a thing. You know what I mean?
We do it.
Hell yeah.
So boom. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So the behind the scenes.
So
is
basically,
much
what we
worse.
saying was bullshit.
Nah.
They edited it
no,
to make it look that way.
I did not say that. Hold on. Track back.
Did
I
you
did not
say
say
that?
I did not say
That what
behind
the
the
caption
scenes
gonna
is
be.
worse. I'm saying that the entertainment business and the TV business is very intentional when editing is concerned.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the fact that you're raising a conversation about what happened means it was intentional for you to raise a conversation about what happened.
So
that
that
makes
so
sense.
so a lot of that shit is staged. Cause I don't have a lot of love and hip hop people up here. They always told me it. Ain't nobody told me it ain't. To a certain extent.
This is fact.
And people
Keep
put
it
in certain
real.
positions.
I will tell you that my experience with TV was like, it wasn't, like you say, it wasn't always what I expected. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't say necessarily staged because it's not like I've done skits and stuff
Yeah.
and I see the way it is staged.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say staged. I would just say that it's exaggerated.
It's exaggerated.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
that's-
exaggerated.
that's
And
like
people want to
light
stay
staged.
relevant.
Yeah.
So when people want to stay relevant, especially with a show like Baddies, it's like you got to do certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or boom. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Was it
Or
something
people
you-
feel like they would have to.
Was
I
it
feel.
was it something you felt like you had to go ahead and do to stay on?
I honestly did Baddies because I was living in the Bahamas at the time.
Okay.
I was already making music for about, I would say, 7 years at this time. I invested all my money. I hitting walls because there's no industry.
Okay.
There's no network. I can't go to an event this week or red carpet opening and meet da-da-da. You see what I'm saying? So I'm really just putting stuff on the internet. My brother was killed by the police in 2021, and we was
RIP.
fighting this case.
What's his name?
Azario.
R.I.P. Azario.
Thank you. So we started like a motion of, going against the police and corruption and stuff like that. I started getting more hungry for opportunities.
Hold
I
on.
used to
so
watch
you-
Baddies.
I'm sorry. Let's back up a little bit. You said y'all started a movement.
Like a movement. It's called Justice for Azario, Justice for All.
Okay. That was in Bahamas.
Yes, in Bahamas. He was
Okay.
wrongfully killed.
Let's talk about that a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem. Of
Okay.
course.
Yeah. Shout out to bro. So that movement, like, how did that go? Like, did y'all front line?
We was front line. Like,
what actually happened with bro?
okay, so let me tell you. This is, he died on December 26th. So they called me Christmas night. I had COVID, so I didn't get to spend Christmas with my family. So my parents called me because they usually call me for everything. So they was like, oh, the police came to the house and they was like, they had an incident with my brother and they need them to come tomorrow at 12.
Okay.
Just being around people and knowing, like, if you know, you know. Certain parts of the Bahamas don't know, but if you know, like, he dead. That's basically what they trying to say. Because it's like, incident. Okay, where is he?
Right.
Station
Okay.
is he at?
Right.
They didn't give any ID numbers, none of that.
So you know what that meant.
Yeah, they came in regular clothes. So when you live in a country that have corruption, you just know, like, you know what I mean? So I didn't know he was dead. So I just went on the road and I started, like, looking for him at police stations, morgues, hospital. I started, like, investigating. I look online. Me and my family, we looked online and we was like, okay, what shootings happened tonight? Because they didn't publish his name nowhere. It was like nowhere to be found. And we clicked the one that was closer to home. So I went there, looked at the scene, tried to figure out everything. Was really hustling the whole night just to find him and like find out what happened. Because at that point it was like, I just sniffed something was wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I just have an intuition. So I just sniffed something was wrong. So I just started looking everywhere. I started talking to the crackheads on the road who live across the street, like all type of things.
Anybody who see anything.
Yeah, to see who see anything. So I had heard that a dude was with locks to get gunned down. It was a lot of shots. It was 2 sets of shots. And So I started hearing all these stuff and trying to piece the story together and trying to contact, people that I might know in the force and stuff that might tell me, So 10 o'clock the next morning, they confirmed like somebody who knows somebody, because they was trying to keep it under wraps. So because we couldn't find no videos, we know, okay, that's a sign of they trying to cover something up. Something fishy happened. You know what I mean? Because the internet, everybody got camera.
Exactly.
So
they got body cameras.
Body cameras, people on the road. This is an island.
Exactly.
The road's only so big. So yeah, after that, the next day, went there. They had like cause my parents, they wasn't strong enough to go because I didn't find out he died. So I went to the up there for the 12 o'clock meeting. There, there's a guidance counselor, psychologist, whatever, trying to say like, oh well, I know they calling us to identify. It's 12 o'clock call. So like, okay, so they was trying to like convince me that there was an exchange of shots, but I didn't been to the scene. And I didn't see no shots in the bar, you know what I mean? I didn't hear from the crackheads when shots at the car. So, you know what I mean? So we was kind of 2 steps ahead of them.
Yeah.
Before, because they were trying to tell me like, oh, you have to identify it, brother. I don't need to do that. I know he dead. Let's talk. You know what I mean? Like, what's up?
They're going to get to the bed.
Yeah, because they thought I was a child because, I look kind of young. They was like, oh, where's your parents? I'm like, bro, you should be upset that I'm here.
Exactly.
Like, let's talk. So it just started to turn into more cover-up. When I saw it was a cover-up, my family, we was like, let's hit the news because you got to stay visible. You don't stay visible, your life in danger. So we just started hitting the news. We hired like investigators from LA, from the States, brought them over. We had to do all type of stuff. We ended up finding the car at because he had rented a car. It was a rental car. He ended up finding the car and we had to, hide the car, bring an investigator. He had ballistics, all that stuff checked out. They kept pushing the case back, so we ended up getting something at coroner's court. And coroner's court is when you get to decide whether it was a wrongful or rightful police shooting.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had that, but by the time we had so much publicity, like the streets was, because you don't fight against the police in the Bahamas. That's not a thing. It's not a thing at all. So
exactly.
yeah, like because it's like it real. You know what I mean? So we started getting some publicity. We finally got a date. We won coroner's court, but they only got to do certain things because the public now is like justice for Rosario. Start creating a movement. But after coroner's court, things went silent. So that's how I end up like begging an audition for Baddies.
Oh, so that will push you to like.
Yeah, that was my biggest push. Because I was like, okay, if I push this music and I push getting my name bigger, then I could have more power. Because I see the way, okay, artists get key to the city and this, that, that. I can get the key to my city and, you know what I'm saying? Like, do something different.
Okay.
That's how I end up.
You end up in this.
Yeah.
I want to go back to something you said, right? You said if you don't stay visible, your life in danger.
Yeah, like.
What that mean?
It's like things go down where it's like it's corruption.
Okay.
Just corruption. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people lost their life to the hands of police in the Bahamas. A lot of people.
It's a thing over there, basically. Like
it's a thing, and thank God now they trying to do certain things to clean it up. I ain't lie. Last time I was home, like they have like an anti-corruption thing going on, but that come with the culture growing. And I really was inspired by the Black Lives Matter situation. Okay. That's how we got the idea. Because it's like to see everybody come together, and I saw the power of internet publicity. I didn't know how powerful it was. So shoot. So I said to my parents, like, hey, our family, like, well, you gotta kill us to shut us up.
Facts.
You ain't kill my brother like that. Like that just ain't going like that. And okay. I okay with that. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by it. Like a lot of people in the Bahamas know, you gotta see it. Doing that type of stuff ain't really the safest thing to do.
Same thing. Yeah. So basically, standing up, like fighting, like on some, gonna fight the institution. They're really not the safe thing to do.
I wouldn't say so.
To do nowhere though.
I mean, based on because now you're threatening power. Yeah. You know what I mean? How deep something goes is now you're threatening power, and power is driven by, certain emotions, and those emotions would just make the situation not safe. In any country, I would assume, Yeah. Especially with something like that, police covering up something that's a domino effect.
Exactly. A lot of times, if it's an agenda going on, like they want to keep the agenda going on. So
do everything it takes.
Yeah, so they'll get rid of real. Keep the fake shit going on.
I don't know what the agenda is. I can't tell you, but I don't really care. The worst thing they could have done is kill my brother, because me and my family.
How old is your brother?
31. Oh. Yeah, he was 31.
What was that name again?
Azario Major. So if y'all search it up on any Google, y'all search Azario Major killing, you will find the whole story, all the articles, everything.
Let me ask you a question. That's what get for right quick. I say every person who did any reality work did question, right? The pay good? Is it worth?
It's a good pay.
Okay.
But I think saying whether it's worth it is based on the circumstance. Like for me, I have a construction company. It was enough for me to leave my contracts and risk liability for me to go. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But to say worth it, I think it depends. Like I coming from the island, so for me it's worth it because I want people to know who I am, and that's my only opportunity. So I don't have nowhere else to get into the industry. So it was worth it for me.
So based on where you from, where you coming from, it was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Okay.
I think
My bad. Would you do something like that again?
No.
And why wouldn't you do something like that again?
I think I don't need to at this point. I feel like all you really need to is an introduction. People know who I am. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do it again because I just feel like I don't want to be spiritually tested in that type of way ever again. Like I'm a real artist. I got serious things that I fighting for. Exactly. And I think sometimes what my daddy always used to tell me, like, what you give to the world, you can't take back. Yeah. And that was a lesson I learned from going to Baddies. Like before I got the call, someone on my team back home had a dream about a white skunk. And I looked it up and it had two meanings. And the white skunk, one meaning was financial growth and prosperity. And the other meaning was what always glittering. Never glittering gold. It's white on the outside, but when it excrete, it stink.
Yep.
And that was the lesson I learned. Like the spiritual battle, doing something like that, I would like tell people to like, you got to be ready for that because you could lose yourself.
Yeah. Yes. For real.
Yes, I see. Like when it comes to the media, when it comes to Baddies, like people see that and really think you can go outside and behave like that, and there's no consequences. I grew up somewhere where literally if you walk into the school bus, you got to make sure your earphones is off because they shoot.
Not to cut you off, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. But what episode was when you were talking about that?
I don't recall.
I can't remember. You were talking about, you breaking it down to somebody else.
But it's like, with that being said, where I came from, if we beefing, if we fighting, that shit don't never just end simple. It's not just one fight. We fighting every day. Every time I see you. Up the stairs, down the stairs. It don't matter where we going. Mm-hmm. And beef never just ends with just, you know what, let me give you a hug. Especially where I come from. Eventually, somebody's going to get really mad. I'm going to beat your ass so bad one day, you're going to come back and try to off me. Yeah. So it's never that deep. When I look at Baddies, like, it's entertainment.
It is very entertaining. It's very entertaining.
But I know not to act like that outside.
How you feel about the negative responses to that? Like, do you find yourself in a position because you was on that show and the negative responses to it is like, do it like make some shit hard for you? What I mean by that is a lot of people say, boy, like I said, somebody, I don't see people walking in the room. So you watching that bullshit? And do it make even women, like if it's a bad look for women?
Like keeping it real, for me, the responses, like the negative responses to the show, yeah, it affect me. Cause you got to keep in mind too, this is my first entry into the industry, like American industry, and which means it's my first entry into the American internet, my first entry into just such a flood of opinions on what I'm doing in my life. You know what I mean? So for me, it was hard to deal with, especially, coming from home, because I'm from an island and it's a small place and they got morals and, this and that. And, they do whatever they do behind closed doors. But, small crowd syndrome, they could point and da-da-da. So, and then on top of that, I lose most of my fights. I make it 10 times worse. Yeah. You know what I mean? But but y'all really be fighting over here though. I ain't even gonna lie, like y'all be going at it. Shoots, I don't want to do that again. but yeah, it was hard for me. I had to, like I tell you, spiritually. Yeah. I had to really like.
So you're not really a fighter in a bullshitter. You're not really.
No, I too real for that, and I don't really need to fight. I always got people around me. And that's just what it is. Like I tell you, I grew up with my daddy mentoring a lot of street fellas. Okay. My uncles, sister. Like I always got people around me. I grow up, my daddy grew me with a boss mentality. And exactly. I really never had to, because the minute somebody stepped me, it dealt with before I even turn around. Right. Exactly. You know what I mean? So when I used to live in China though, I used to, get in my fights, but I usually start them. Like if somebody, if somebody do something to me, like if somebody call me a hoe, I'll slap a nigga and then out of nowhere. You see what I'm saying? Like people just stop. You see what I'm saying? Like that's just always how I've been, because I always used to be around fellas, and you know how fellas protective over women they respect. Exactly. Like I made this song one time, like niggas they could die by bossy bitches every time, and like I really understand that. So it's like. I never had to really knock like that. Exactly.
So speaking on that, right, the songs you made, let's get into the music. New music. What you got going on with the music? Where we at with the music?
So I have a new song that just dropped. It's called Nobody. It's available on all platforms. Okay. But as far as the music, I finally got back into my emotion and stuff with like just getting back into my regimen, recording, and creating. So we have some good music coming out. I got a big feature coming out after this song.
You can talk about the feature?
It's gonna be lit. I can tell y'all. It's honestly like a big dream come true, because it's literally some of my favorite artists. Okay. When I made the song, it was before Baddies and all this, and I tell all my people like he could be on this song. Okay. And then I did Baddies, so it's the Raz, the Sean. Okay, yeah. So we got a song coming out that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, he was just here. Shout out to the Raz.
Yeah, shout out to Raz.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Yeah.
It's gonna be lit.
One on one.
It's one of them ones. They feed the streets for real. Done. The song is done.
Okay. That's what's up. That's good to hear.
So like, where your passion at when it comes to the music? Like, TV or music?
Music. I'm not going back to TV. Oh.
You heard her say she ain't going back, fool.
I ain't hear
She ain't nuck if you bucking all day long.
She gonna do power or something. She ain't gotta do bass no more. She gonna do power.
Huh? Yeah, I'm not doing Baddies.
Yeah,
because I heard that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not doing that type of TV anymore. Yeah. If it's not like beneficial to the growth of my music, because it doesn't sell my brand.
So music is what we really into right now.
Yeah, that's my passion.
Yeah. Okay.
I love music, love it, and I want to learn more about the culture, even just being here and being like, amongst it, and being able to go to studios and be in the culture where hip hop was birthed. It's just like, it's everything to me for real. Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sorry to cut you. I want to be honest with you. I want you to pull up on me like we got a lot of shit going on. Like we do movies, we do music, we do a lot of shit. Like it's like this was the last thing I started doing. You know what I mean? Most of my money comes from everything else. This was the last thing I crunk up. You know what I mean? So, but like what you got going on, your sound, your talent, and what I hear from you, I really want you to pull up. Let's see if we can put up something like Shada Who's sitting right here.
Yeah.
He a producer. He made a lot of hits in the line.
Say less.
You know what I mean? Like him, he shoot. a cameraman. He shoot video. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
yeah, so he worked for TBS, all type of shit. Like, I'm not to say that. You can bleep it if I ain't. Like, we got real people around. You know what I mean? It just ain't no little show. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, and I definitely fuck with your vibe and your energy and your sound. So,
Thank
I
you.
definitely want to work.
I'm happy for you.
excited.
We're going back to the mess. Okay, check me out.
Okay, I got
So,
you.
There was an interview, right, where Jayla came out and said she felt you were the worst fighter, I believe, on Baddies.
I remember that.
How do you feel about her saying some crazy shit like that? Because I done
To
seen
be
some
real?
bad fighters on that shit, but you wasn't the worst.
Let me tell you how I felt about it, to be honest. I actually, for me, I was like happy. And literally, I probably still got the voice notes in my phone because you could imagine I finished filming. I know I didn't lose all my fights. You see what I'm saying? So I talking to my team like, bro, this hit the internet. I see it. Like while we was filming, oh my God. While we was filming, this when I first learned how powerful blogs is. We in the sprint or whatever. I post one little thing in my story. 2 minutes later, the Baddies blogs pick it up. Dia in the sprinter and da says this in the background. Bop, 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 bop.
Mm-hmm.
I go over to Tank. I'm like, Tank, bro, they got this on the blogs. I was like, we just coming. She was like, yeah, girl, it moved that quick. I'm like, what? You see what I'm saying? So when that happened, when Jayla said that, I was kind of happy because somebody had sent it to me, and I was kind of happy because I was like, shoot, now I could get ahead of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could get ahead of it because
Exactly.
I didn't lose. I know I didn't lose these fights. I spazzed. So I tell you, like, I had posted online after she said that. I just went and I posted and I was like, I might not be no fighter, but one thing for sure, I never run. You see what I'm saying? So I posted online. So she had messaged me and she was like, oh, dear, you know, she didn't mean it like that, blah, 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 blah. So I messaged her. I was like, girl, I happy? You see what I'm saying? Like, you have me.
Jayla always don't mean it like that. She say that every time she talks
It
about
like
somebody.
Well, regardless of how
Every
she
time.
felt, I don't give two fuck. I ain't gonna lie. I was
Exactly.
happy. Like, it was like, you know, so after I did that, I was able to make my song Never Run. A lot of people like the song. And then, you know, it give people a little soft pillow. And people from my country, they're a little soft pillow for when they see me, like, you know, not do as well in these fights as they would probably expect.
Yeah, it was a lot of chat in the Bahamian TikTok and
You saw that, right?
Twitter. They was like, Dia, this,
You did your
Dia,
research,
Yeah.
boy.
She did.
Jesus. Lord of mercy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I told them I wanted this one bad. So bad.
Okay.
Because for me, it's like they give you such a different impression online. You know what I'm saying? Versus right now, meeting you, you're dope. I like you. I
Thank
feel
you.
like you're funny. Versus the show, it's like
That's why I take editing powerful.
Uh-huh.
And to be honest too, I went to that show. I honestly, to be real, I wasn't mentally 100% prepared.
Okay.
I took the opportunity, I went, but you gotta remember too, I going through grief. I fight in a case. Right. I fight actually getting drained because I got to hire people to come and investigate what the police supposed to be investigating. My parents, this, that, and the third. My mommy going through it, you know, but my brother just died. So I didn't grieve until after Baddies because then I realized what it did to my energy and just me as a person, just watching myself back on the screen. And then I started, like, you know, looking in the mirror and trying to figure out what I need to deal with. But they still could have showed me in a better light.
Yeah.
They could have did better.
They probably.
Yes.
So you found a case while you was up there?
We were still dealing with the case. Like, they still, but after the show, they got indicted. They indicted now, but they haven't been
Okay.
trial and this, that, and the third
At
yet.
least something was done.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
What's a music goal for you for 2025?
A music goal for me for 2025 is to hit my first big record.
Yeah.
My team been working so hard, and I love them so much because I am really, like, you know, as a real artist, like, for real.
Yeah.
Girl, I always want to do this, do that, do that. So I really want, you know, to be able to get that first record so I could, like, you know, take care of the people who've been working with me from back home for months. And I mean, not months, years. I've been doing this for 8 years. And then my people here in Atlanta, like, just go hard for me. Like, you know what I mean? That give me a certain level of responsibility. So 2025, we need that record. We need that Bahamas to the world record.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we here.
Do you got, like, when you say that record, do you got like a sound like You wanted a certain sound, or you just want to hit record?
I'm versatile,
Okay.
but I am mastering certain sounds that I feel like are my best. Because I could do drill, I could do international. I had records that went big in Europe that I did with like Charlie Black and Busy Signal from Jamaica, and but that's the European market. I want the American market. I want them
That
endorsements.
still count. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's different. It's a different
It's
market. You could be international, but you could still lack in the level of endorsements. Music runs the American community.
That's right.
Music is influence. So there's a lot of ways that you could create an income off of being a music artist and having a record that is worldwide.
So I'm asking this: you feel like being an international star is beneficial financially as being an American star?
It depends on what level of international you're at. You could be an international star that touch America, and you know what I mean.
You get some of that paper.
You get, and then you could have fanned out to like the Caribbean islands and different areas. You know what I mean.
What if you strictly international?
Like just in Europe.
Just anywhere but America. Like, you feel like it's still you could be rich as fuck, you could have the success you want without touching America.
Wizkid.
Wizkid.
Wizkid still big.
Wizkid is still big in America.
He's kind of like international.
He international as hell.
It's like what's his name? I forget. Burna Boy.
Like how Burna Boy crossed into the America. That's why you have crossover artists. You have a lot of artists from Jamaica that have crossed over and were able to have a longer career. Like Vibes Cartel. You see how Vibes Cartel is more like his career is booming.
Vibes are OG too
know?
though. He really who he say
Shoot, Rihanna.
Yeah, Rihanna, she's another
that's what I'm
crossover artist. But you see, they had to master all
over to America.
Worldwide,
You know what I'm saying? Do you think you could be that and not touch America? Is that possible?
Yes, but you have to be like a huge superstar.
Huge. Yeah.
Like you have to be huge, like Davido. Before Davido touched America, Davido was big.
Yeah. So, but what we got? Music project. We got projects coming.
Definitely, but just we got some singles that's coming out back to back now. Yeah, but definitely projects. I mean, I got a bunch of other music that's out.
Yeah.
And people could check that out. But we going singles for now.
How often you dropping the singles? Every week, every month,
as often as possible. But I want the presentation to be correct. I'm like one of those artists that's serious about my vision and the storyline. It's important.
Cause you sign a deal where they gonna push you into the max, like the money gonna be behind you, but you ain't got creative control.
No. Because I need to have a say, and I had to learn that. Some artists could do that. I can't. I learned that along my time. Like I gotta have some type of, because my story is my music. So handing over that creative control, like how they could tell me how to talk with my brother.
Yeah.
How they tell me how to talk with my pain. I make pain music as well. Like that's one of my main genres. So.
But not music. It's like a. What's your schedule for putting out music? When you feel it, or you gotta every month I'm dropping something, every week I'm dropping something?
I think I make more music than I drop. Because I also was dealing with PR, trying to turn my brand around from the show.
Okay.
So it could be appreciated more.
There was a clip in the show where they said they were going to put you on replacements, and Biggie got mad because you were like, you were not about to be a replacement. You were about to stand on business, and you're about to stay in this house.
Yeah.
So Biggie gets up, and she's just like, you need to be proud to be a replacement, because when it was her turn, she did it, and she did what she had to do. Now, how did that really make you feel? Because it really looked like you were ready to go back and forth with her, but you was just tired.
You don't lie, I was tired. I was tired because I was just like, I know after being around it, I know the people doing certain things for the camera. And at that moment, it was like, do I care about this camera? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've spoken about my brother. I'm probably about 14 episodes in. The only island girl to ever touch Zeus. They're not going to forget me. You know what I mean? Do I really need to go more. Like, you know, because I really did nothing for them to kick me out. So at this point, I'm talking to God because I'm going through it. Like, like spiritually, this is culture shock. You know what I mean? I'm around these girls, like, and it's like, you know, it was a lot. So when she did all of that, like, to be real, like, I was just like, honestly, it made me like really like respect her a lot less. Because I felt like at the end of the day, you do you and I'm gonna do me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like how I see it, y'all ain't got no reason to call me a replacement. And at the end of the day, I ain't nobody replacement. Not no nigga, not no friend, not no TV show. Mm-hmm. And not no job. I said I only work a job 4 months in my life. So ain't nobody about to call me no replacement and I didn't even do nothing.
Exactly.
You know? But I just feel like it's TV. And it, like in that moment, like I really was, but you're right. That's exactly how I felt. Like I wanted to go back and forth, but then I just was looking at her like, shit.
What's the point?
Sometimes that you gotta be so real because you can go back and forth with a bitch all day and it's not gonna process.
She not gonna get it.
Because
why should I be happy about being a replacement because you's a replacement? Like, girl, you think I live from the Bahamas but I could be making my corn? Because even if I still making the same corn I was making when I was here, if I was there physically, I hunt. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. I'd make more money. So my thing is, you think I'm about to sit up here and I still get my check and they kicking me out. You know, I'm thinking about all of this stuff. Like, I'm thinking about, like, my music career. I didn't fight on this show. I think about my brand. I think about, you know, like, my family. Like, just the fact that I don't even feel like answering. So y'all might not even get what y'all want out of me on camera for real. Exactly. So in that moment, I still felt bad, though. I ain't gonna lie. I can be honest. I felt the type of way. I was hurt. Because I feel like I didn't do nothing to these girls. You see what I'm saying? Fashion. So my thing is, you know, I was a little disappointed in the experience. I'd be 100 about that. I won't sit here and say like, oh, I got something against, you know, oh, fuck bodies, da-da-da. You know what I mean? Teach us on. Right. But for me, I feel like there could have been a lot more like just inclusion and love in the entire situation. And the whole thing with like kicking me out. I didn't care, but I was hurt. Yeah. Right. You know what I mean? I don't know, like, I didn't care, but it was like, bro, you know? Yeah.
Then at the end of the day, it's like, they don't give a damn. They just trying to get some money.
Yeah, they just trying to make good TV. So it's like, should I crash out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Should I crash out?
If you crash out, they win, you lose.
She could have been like the other girl. Shit, what was it? Antonio Brown, baby mama. She was happy to be a fucking replacement. She was happy to be in the mix. She was happy to start fights that ain't have shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's what you gonna allow, what you gonna take.
It's just like you say, to each is, you know, if that's what you want to do, baby.
If that makes you happy.
That's what you do. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, certain things I ain't standing for. Yeah. And that's just like,
especially hearing the story with your brothers, like if they actually gave you a real opportunity to show yourself and really put yourself out there, like you could just imagine how much you
they could have made so much difference. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
But they want problems. They need the issue.
But I mean, I just feel like it would have been such a great addition to the show. If I do say so myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? From a directing point of view, and I could honestly probably say that I don't care who have what to say, but I just feel like outside of me being subjective to deal, from an audience view, that would have been such a beautiful thing to see sisters come together and support someone that's going through the fact of corruption in their entire country. And this is Baddies Caribbean. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
But what money is that for them? You get what I'm saying? If the brand is built off this bitch whooping this bitch, and it's an episode where it's kumbaya, it's like, hey,
that's true. Not gonna get but the little switch up always be good. You know what I mean? The audience always asking for the real thing.
But you gotta remember, these type of people who are watching these shows, including myself, are looking for a fight. I remember watching an episode of Baddies, and the whole episode, it didn't have no fights. I caught myself skipping through, like, damn, when they gonna hit a bitch? Like,
that's the thing with being on them type of shows. Like, what's the pros and cons to you? Like, because a lot of times, like she said, people only come for that You know
Baby,
what I mean?
I'm looking for you to drag whoever. There's a girl on there named Summer every Sunday. I'm waiting on them to drag Summer every Sunday.
Oh,
Let me
crazy.
ask you this, right? Can you date a man with less money than you?
She chuckled.
No.
You already know this.
No.
Why not?
Because he might not understand certain things. I got things to deal with. I got things I gotta do. Like, you know, if you haven't made a certain amount of money, you can't understand what a person who made a certain amount of money got to deal with. You know, he might want to go and travel, and you see what I'm saying, because his world consists of this.
Yeah.
And I can't travel because I got payroll on Friday. You know what I mean? I got fellas putting up on me. They need this, and then I got to go buy an outfit for my mommy banquet.
Yeah.
Then I got a video to shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Already a pimp.
But he's thinking
She got
about
all
traveling.
types
You know, so some
Think
people
about traveling, kicking shit.
thinking about traveling
We
and
out
kicking
here
shit.
trying to hustle, man.
Yeah, talk about my rent due.
Yeah.
My rent due. And you can't do it for me because you didn't buy your ticket to go to police.
Yeah, you trying to go party.
You know what I mean?
When the bill due, yeah.
But it's real people like that. She right. If you ever see the show called 90 Day Fiancé, these people will take their absolute last and go to countries or come to America to experience love with somebody, and they got 90 days. 90 days to marry or go back home. Just imagine how much you going through in that much time. 90 days, that's what, 3 months?
Yeah. Going through a lot of shit.
You going through so much, and you're using your last. And when you go back, it's like you come back to nothing.
Yeah.
And some people really okay with living like that. Yeah. They could go to freaking Hawaii and come back broke, not knowing where they're going to be, not knowing how they're going to pay their rent. But they'll be like, man, fuck it. Tomorrow I'll go to Mexico.
Let me ask you this, right? If you were stuck on the island, let's say if you was at the Bahamas, right? And you could only listen to 3 albums for the rest of your life, no matter the genre, what they'll be.
3 albums. I like what's the name of NBA YoungBoy's album that had Never Go Broke Again on it? Or was that the name of the album?
Possibly the name of the album.
Yeah. I like that album. I don't listen to much music, but I can tell you around the stuff that I do listen to. I would need the NWA. I'm gonna need that. Fuck the police.
Yeah.
Straight from the underground.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah,
it's bad, cause
okay.
I'm brown. Yeah. Okay, that's my
What
shit.
else?
And boy, hold on. City Girls, period. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's the first.
No, because
That
you
one
gotta know
question
you
I
got
asked
your
everybody
hardcore
was
stuff, but when you trying to, like, you know what I
Get
mean?
in there.
Yeah.
City
Yeah,
Girls
you gotta
on
get it.
305. Ghetto booty, pretty
Yeah,
face,
good
thick thighs.
times,
Period.
yeah.
Oh God, I can't be mad at it. I ain't mad at it.
Nah,
man.
for
This-
true.
I promise you I ain't. I'm gonna do it before we
Okay,
get up out of here.
my
I'm
nigga,
doing.
it know me and I'm stressing.
Uh-huh.
Try to hate me for that I'm blessed with. Period. You got a problem how I dress it. I'm sorry.
Dread that shit. I dread that shit. Oh God. I want to do a word association before we get up out of here, right? I'm gonna say a word. You say the first thing that comes to your mind. All right, you ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna say a word. You say the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't think, Jay. Deal. Don't think.
Oh shit, you started. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you was calling me. I'm
No.
sorry. I'm
Deal.
sorry. Boss.
Life.
Hard.
Family.
Important.
Business.
True.
God.
Important.
You rather be loved or respected.
Respected.
All right, appreciate you. I know what's going on. Another episode Fat Podcast.
Oh,
G says I
feel
am in the
bad you didn't
building.
get your body's questions.
No, it's fine. I'm
You
gonna
did?
ask my questions about the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, you have
I'll
other
give you
crazy
one
shit.
more.
You got one more
One
for
more.
me?
I'll
Okay,
give
hold on.
no, she didn't get none of
Yeah,
body's
go ahead, get that one in there.
questions. I'm
Okay.
sorry to interrupt you. I'm like, oh.
Do you think you won that fight between you and Nunu?
Which one? The one on the cliff?
It was a lot of fights, huh?
Yeah.
I thought.
The one on the beach.
No, the one on the beach, I definitely lost. I hit the ground. I lost that fight. But I think I held my own on the one on the cliff. But besides all that, I won the one at the reunion, and that's what's important.
Period.
Okay. Sarah, put that in the beginning.
No, because she was talking on my brother, and you know, she had talked to me about the reunion earlier, and I think that's what really made me
or
settle
Heaven?
in my heart that I don't want to go back to the show
Shit, yeah.
because me going as hard talking about, like, you know, someone talking about my brother, and everybody just sat there like, you know, like they didn't say like what you was talking about a brother, like, you know what I mean? That's an important situation, like that's a big thing, and it was just like, you know, so that's what really like tinted my heart with the whole, you know, body situation.
You would have been fighting that girl every day. Because what? Every day. If it was something like that with me, and it was somebody personal, and you said fuck them, oh, you ain't sleeping, bitch. Oh, you ain't. Every night at 3 a.m.
That's what they there for. They there to get the clips and they want to be in the highlight. They want to be in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be. So they gonna say the
disheartening
craziest
to me.
shit just to goddamn. But you come.
Females get low.
That shit hurt my feelings.
Who you
I ain't gonna lie,
telling,
that
man?
shit, that's why that same episode is why I never go back to Baddies.
Oh.
But I do, you know, wish them well. But the music is where we're going.
So let them know where they can find you.
You can find me on all platforms, on Instagram at The Real It's Dia, YouTube It's Dia, TikTok It's Dia _train, and just all platforms It's Dia.
Okay.
Music available on all platforms.
Y'all know what's going on. Faxtz Podcast, #1 independent podcast in Atlanta. On God, ain't no question. Number don't lie. You feel me? Everybody, Chachi, Deal, we outside. Good.